Well, the training wheels are starting to come off. If you've been on this journey for a long time now, you're probably getting the sense that you are starting to handle things more directly yourself from within, from your intuition. That's just a sign that you have grounded and integrated so much of your divine energy that your intuition is speaking to you now, and you are now ready to start moving forward without relying on all of these external forces. And some of the external forces really may have been your spirit guides. As you integrate their energy along with your higher self, what happens is they really become less out here and more internalized. It all just comes together as a divine knowing, a reconnection with your higher self. And information just starts to move through you. You've cleared your central channel, and now it's getting up here in your brain, and you can perceive it. So I like to think about this stage that we're in, and this is going to continue through the summer, as like you have the training wheels taken off, and you've been pushed along for a little bit, and maybe held steady a little bit by your guides. And before you realize it, now you're starting to realize, hey, I've really been kind of going at it alone. And that's really that connection with your intuition. And we know you're really not truly alone. It's just the perspective from the human perspective is that these separate entities, and we've seen our guides as separate entities, right, are now speaking again through you because you have grounded, anchored, and just integrated that energy. So you are full on your way of really taking control of your journey, of your choices. You have so much more consciousness present. You're so much more aware of what's happening with your ego that you are making choices now from the perspective of your higher self and not from the fear or fight or flight mode of the ego. And in that divine energy that you have moving through you, because you've cleared your central channel through energy healing work, and if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, I've guided you through some of that there, right? Not to mention my New You program and even my Starseed Ambassador Tribe monthly membership. We work on some of that stuff in there. And I've been noticing that more and more people that I talk to are realizing that they're starting to trust themselves more because of the work that we have done. So if you're feeling like you're really diving into and getting a handle on this journey and becoming more comfortable being uncomfortable, knowing that you have the tools and you have the presence and the energy to be able to navigate through whatever challenge comes your way from life, that you are really starting to now take off on that virtual bicycle without those training wheels, and you have truly got this. Now, a lot of people are finding that they are starting to maybe lose or pull away from old relationships, friends, maybe people they've been friends with for a long, long time. And the interesting thing is, again, that is part of the journey. And I know we have this part of us, this old part of us, that really has grief or mourns that. And maybe you start to feel like you're a little bit isolated because we have this belief that we need to be around a lot of people all the time, and we need to be seen. Well, what's happening is that belief is being replaced with this feeling of being seen because you feel like you're being authentic and you no longer believe that you have this need to be constantly validated by people around you. So you may be noticing that the conversations that you used to engage in some time ago with people, maybe more of the victim mentality types of conversations, those no longer resonate with you. And those groups of people who you used to engage in that type of behavior with are starting to fall away. Either you internally aren't feeling like you want to hang around those people, or maybe they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable with the new you that's landed, the one who is more confident, the one who is more trusting, more observing of what's happening in the world, and much, much less reactive. So that's something that you may be going through as well. And again, that's really just like another sign that you are starting to really embody this energy of your higher self and your guides, and you're starting to live from that perspective. All of the things that your ego once needed to make it feel safe, it's all starting to fall away. But again, that could rock you a little bit because that the ego is so strong and it really needs, though it feels like it needs those connections, but you know better because you've been building the connection within here, that neural circuitry within your body. All of your cells that were feeling all separate are now talking to each other coherently, and your energy is moving seamlessly through your body. Your intuition is lit up, your third eye is lit up, you're seeing all sorts of amazing things. You're healing chronic conditions, right? Because everything's speaking coherently. Your left brain, your right brain, it's all talking together, right? You have that connection right here. So what happens is naturally that the old fake connections that maybe they served you at one point, when you were engaging with different people in different groups, you maybe had this false identity that you had to defend, you had to prop up, right? You had to impress people. All of that's falling away, right? So the external connections may be falling away, but the internal connections are completely lighting up. And that is that connection with your higher self and your guides. It's all coming through intuitively. You're trusting yourself. We just had an amazing conversation in my Starseed Ambassador tribe last night. We are at this stage where we're really to let go of having to rely on what other people think, because we have anchored in so much of our light and we trust it and we feel it, and that is what's guiding us now, not other people's opinions, right? So as you continue along on this journey, you're going to notice some changes, but those changes are happening because that's just part of the process. If things don't change, you stay where you're at. And when things do change, sometimes that old you is going to pop up and you're going to feel some of that sadness, right? But that's a sign that shows you how much you have changed. We need to revisit those old parts of us, those old limited, traumatized, wounded, energetic aspects of us. They need to pop up from time to time so that we can actually see them and see and feel how much we've actually grown. Because without that, you don't know, right? You can't really sense it or perceive it always. So they come up to show us that. And you may be experiencing a lot of that right now. It's an amazing, amazing time for growth. It's an amazing time to anchor consciousness into the solar plexus, because you have huge opportunities to take your power back and start living your life on your terms and not living your life based on what other people expect of you. That's a huge turning point in this journey. You get into that solar plexus, you create that space, that energy shoots up into the heart, and you start to really just blow open the multidimensional you, and you start to experience new earth right here, right now. That's available for you. You don't have to wait. You just need to trust. Trust that you've got this. Your guides, your higher self, they trust you. They're holding space. They're watching you. But know that everything that they are is now within you, and you have the ability to tap into that at any given moment and really allow that energy to flow and allow yourself to gracefully glide through those currents of life effortlessly, compassionately, and lovingly. If you do feel like you're still stuck, definitely click the link in the description for my 5-day Break the Pattern Challenge. That'll help you get into the body and start to release some of that dense energy that's been keeping you stuck. I'd love to see you there.